Okay, I just woke up.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, normally I would go to the gym, but I hurt my knee and I don't want to go and lift weights and make it anyway, so I'm going to do yoga this morning. Bonnet is on, let's go. The light alarm clock is literally way of life, and then boom, look outside. It's the winter time, night time. Okay, I sound like a man because I've just woke up, but I'm gonna do a Jessica Richberg video. I love her. I love the way that she teaches, so yeah.
Welcome to your self-care yoga practice. Today's class.
Zero zone minutes. It's okay. I don't care what time of year it is. It's not a morning unless I open the window. Look at that, look at the leaves. I'm gonna journal. My sister got me this, I find it funny. Right, so I've just come out of shower and I'm gonna get ready for the day. Right, I've just come out of the shower, I'm gonna get ready for the day. Taking my vegan supplement. Healthy. I'm gonna do my makeup, but the mirror's like there. So, this morning I have been listening to the Guardian podcast, and I have been like a loyal listener for years, since like 2017, 2018. Like, this isn't a joke. Okay, I'm not even the target audience because I'm pretty sure it's like 40-year-old white males, but it's just the best. Like, it's like long form news stories, and I feel like I have a weird relationship with the news, and how dare a car drive past? Anyway, yeah, I feel like I have a weird relationship with the news because it actually very much it has a very strong emotional impact on me, which can make it difficult to consume. Like, every day my mum and dad religiously, in the morning and in the evening, like the 10 o'clock news, in the morning, 6 o'clock, and the 10 o'clock news is always on in our house. And especially when it was the plague years, I was like, how can you listen to this every day? It's so, like, the news is just never going to be positive. Anyway, my leeway, or like my midway point, is the Guardian podcast, because I feel like the most important stories make their way through. But in recent years, they have completely changed around. Like, Anushka Astana, when she left, I feel like it was in 2020 that she left. It was never the same. I miss you every day, babes. Like, and the Guardian has started pivoting towards an Australian audience as well. Like, I will never forget the day that I woke up and they were like, a football player in the Premier League has come out. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is such an iconic day in history. I'm gonna support them. I need the football shirt immediately. Like, who is it? And it was someone in Australia. Like, come on, that has no relevance to me. And when I hear the Australian, like, I'm sorry, I want to hear the British news. I don't really care. Maybe I do care about the international stories, obviously, but like, I don't care about the domestic things that are going on in Australia because it has little to no bearing on my life. Like, please tell me about the UK. Anyway, this morning I was listening to a podcast about the horrible 2-year-old who passed away in social housing because of mold. Like, it's so, like, when I first saw that news story, I was crying because I have a nephew who's 1 year old, and to think of like a poor child being subjected to that and their parents doing everything in their power to protect them and it not being enough is just so sad. Yeah, let me not dwell on that too much, but the way there were Sudanese refugees, and you just think, how can people who have been through such horrible things, so much so that they've had to come to another country and leave everything they know behind, get treated in this way? Like, it's actually obscene. So that's kind of set the tone for the day, really. I have a lot to do this week. Everyone has a lot to do every week, to be honest, but I'm trying to get an assignment submitted ahead of time because I'm going away this weekend. The way I've been putting hours in, like every time I've showed up to class, I'm like, please don't worry about where your project is in comparison to mine, because I've literally been putting hours in like a shift. But yeah, so I think one of the terrible things about winter is that I just stay in my room all the time, because I look outside and I see the rain and I'm like, I'm not walking to the library even though it's 5 minutes away. But today I'm going to the library. I cannot stand being in this room any longer. I really can't. It's not the vibes. It's so sad. Going to the library is literally my main event of the day. This is as good as we're getting today. I'm gonna go finish drinking my hot lemon water and make some tea to go to the library with. Looks so cold outside, I literally don't want to leave. Let's go, because I'm feeling like I'm running this time. Get away, get away, get away, way. And I know that I won't, and I don't ever stop, and you know that I do it. Just got back from the library. I set up the camera to make it look like I just walked in here, breaking the third wall. So, I now realise all of the reasons why I have been staying inside of my room and not going to the library. Yeah, I understand. I was just in peace. I was in the zone. I was like an hour and a half in to a 3-hour study session, and I was like, this is the vibes. Then some group came next to me and started doing group work, and I was using a computer and they weren't even using the computer, and I was getting annoyed. I probably am the problem. I probably am the problem because it's a shared space or whatever, but I'm just like, please don't disturb the peace. So yeah, this morning I was just setting myself up for the week, using my planner. Like, I am such a dedicated planner person. When I was like 14, I really wanted a Filofax. Like, I was obsessed. I've never purchased one, but like, it's a planner and you can buy the refillable things to go inside. I would scour the internet for like, you can set up the planner however you want. All of these washi tapes and like the way people printed stuff out to make it look cute, and the cute pens and everything. Like, it's a bit of me. I never ended up getting one. Thankfully I didn't. But yeah, I love a planner with a running schedule of the day where it's got the hours to break everything up. Like anyone cared or needed to know, but just saying, that's what the vibes are. So I did some planning for the week, and I have been avoiding dissertation for like a week and a half, which is a terrible idea. And I'm getting more and more anxious because I'm like, where am I going to make up the hours for this? Because I've got quite a busy Christmas period. And then when I start in January, I'm going to have more lessons than I currently do. So I'm like, oh, maybe that was a mistake. Whatever, I am a hard worker and I can make up for it. It's not that much time. So even for just 30 minutes, I pulled up the document and I looked at it, and it's like eating the frog. The thing I was most dreading is done and out of the way. Then for 2 hours, I was working on an assignment, and I booked an appointment for like with an academic tomorrow to like read through my writing. So it's putting the pressure on for me it's tomorrow afternoon, so it's putting the pressure on for me to actually get some work done on the project. And yeah, I did a causal loop diagram and it took me forever. I hate causal loop diagrams. Listen, my maps till I die, but something about the causal loop diagram, like, it's just my brain personally does not function in that way, and I find it very challenging. But I guess that's the part of university, right? So fun. After the library, I went to the Costco, the little shop on campus, and I don't know what it is. In fact, I'm pretty sure I do know what it is. I'm always, like, I'm a very solitary person. I'm always on my own, and especially now, I don't have many friends on campus. Everyone else I know has graduated. So when I'm walking around and living my campus life, it's just me on my own. And it's just it's a place that makes me feel incredibly anxious, and I don't know why. Like, I can't even browse in there. But it is also very small, and like you can't walk up and down the aisles very easily, so I think that's something to do with it. Pathetic, ridiculous, whatever. At least I went in there and look what I got. I got a Love Raw salted caramel bar. I've had one of these before and I don't remember it being amazing, but like I'm just excited. I wanted something to spice up my day. I had a good morning. It's very, very sunny outside, and yeah, on the way here, like my house is like my holes. How dare somebody have the disrespect to make a noise? Anyway, my house is like 5 minutes away from the library, and on the walk back I was listening to a School of Life video about how to win friends and influence people, and it just reminded me, my dad gave me a copy of that book, and I gave that copy of the book, like, and it was old. It was from when he was a young boy, and he gave it to me when I was like 14. When I was, I think, yeah. Anyway, my dad gave me a copy of it when I was like 14, and I gave it to my brother because he wanted to read it too, and he's never given it me back. And I feel like that has some personal value because it had like a little bookmark in from when he was a young man reading it. Yeah, also, because I'm trying to learn Spanish, I've turned my phone to be in Spanish, and sometimes it translates things in YouTube to Spanish. So people who have the subtitles on for different languages. So it would be like, how to win friends and influence people, like, como ganar amigos, y I didn't actually read the title in Spanish. Anyway, I'm gonna go and eat my lunch, and I don't want any judgment because I went to Lidl yesterday. It's the closest supermarket to me. If I don't go there, I have to go to Big Tesco or I have to go into town, right? As a vegan, so many staples of my diet, many a time have not been there. Coconut milk, chickpeas, lentils, they're all kind of cornerstones of the meals. If they're not there, I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Yesterday I was like, I'm gonna make some dal, can't wait, it's gonna be delicious. They didn't have any flipping lentils. So I got this little microwave pouch of lentils and I'm eating that with some rice, which isn't the yummiest, but believe I would have been eating a nice, rich, delicious dal for my lunch if that had not been the case. So yeah. Where's the vegetables? But this is my lunch. So much rice. At least I won't be hungry, but you know. Okay. I just ate lunch. The chocolate bar was good. I FaceTimed my friend and now I'm going back to the library. And we're gonna go on the top floor. Hopefully it's quieter and I don't have to enjoy people speaking next to me. It's raining. Okay, well that's a thing. I was listening to Joey Badass in the library. So yeah, it's 4 o'clock now. I've been in the library for 6 hours today. And I really wanted to go to the supermarket because as previously discussed, Lidl didn't have the groceries that I wanted. And I was just dreaming of what I could eat tonight. And I'm gonna have to have a poverty meal, aka beans on toast. Oh, it's fine, but yeah. You know what? She never lets me down. Linda never lets me down. So this isn't quite the exquisite feast that I had envisioned for myself, but here we have it. Beans on toast, sausages, and some vegetables because I need to eat some vegetables, and this was all that was in the freezer, so yeah. I'm gonna wash my hair. I've already showered today, but my scalp is itching so much. I didn't, like, normally I rinse any hair that goes into, like, any extensions, like expressions, I rinse it with apple cider vinegar so it doesn't make my head itch. And I didn't do it this time, and I am suffering as a consequence. So That's gonna be fun. Gonna wash my hair now. Ah! I hope that like the neatness doesn't get ruined. Just had a nice luxurious shower and did my skincare, and now I'm gonna put a couple of hours into my job. So it's completely online and I can work the hours whenever I want. I'm gonna work until 7:30 and I'm eating this naked boy. It's 5:30 now, so yeah. Okay, it's just after 7:30 and I'm gonna cycle to Tesco because I don't want to have to do it tomorrow because I'll be busy. So yeah. I got some lentils. Ah, I'm so happy. That's literally why I left the house. And some soy yogurt, please. This was £2.20p because Lidl didn't have any soy yogurt in. £2.20. I almost, but I was like, I don't want it. So, oh my gosh, sorry, I missed the best part. Wibble wobble jelly on a plate. Now my free time begins. I'm gonna watch this episode of Belly Day and go to bed. This is the trashiest TV show ever. It's terrible, but it's so bad that it's fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, the light alarm is on. Let's call it a day. I'm going to bed. Good night.